Hi everyone, it's Miss Elise from the Morristown and Morristown Township Library, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make these DIY decorative envelopes. They're fairly simple to make, and I'm going to show you how to make 3 different types. The first being a triangle flap envelope that's kind of traditional in most envelopes cases, a square flap envelope, and a pocket envelope, almost akin to a manila folder kind of style envelope. But they're all really simple, so let's get into what materials you're going to need. So the materials are fairly self-explanatory. You're going to need obviously a pair of scissors. I'm just using these paper scissors that I have offhand. You're also going to need a pen, preferably black ink, but obviously you can do whatever you like. You're also going to need a glue stick. I really recommend that you use a glue stick instead of like real glue, because it's just going to make it a little bit more mess free and easier to actually send in the mail if you're going to mail an envelope. You're also going to need some decorative elements, so I'm going to be using this decorative stick-on ribbon. As you can see, it's got this kind of paper backing, and that's because you can just rip that off and it's sticky on the other side, so it's going to be really easy to adhere to the paper and make it a little more mess free than if I glued it down. You're also going to possibly want some stickers. I have these gold star, these daisies, and these panda heart stickers that I will use to decorate my envelopes, but you can use whatever decorative elements that you want. And last but not least, you're going to need some paper. I really recommend a thicker paper for this. It can be any type of paper though. If you really want to get crafty, you can use newspaper or old recycled shopping bags. It's really great for the environment to do it this way with things that you have offhand. But thicker paper is what I'm going to be using. So let's get started. So to make the first envelope, you're going to need a square piece of paper. And in order to do that, you can take a regular normal size paper, fold it into a triangle, and then cut off the excess to make a square. You're then going to place it diagonally and place the piece of paper that you want to send on the inside, like so. You're then going to fold in the left and right triangle flaps towards the middle over top of your paper, fitting the size exactly. Then you're going to fold the top and bottom triangular flaps down onto your paper as well, the same as we did with the left and the right. You're then going to open it back up, take out your card, and you're going to take your scissors and cut out this small triangular pieces between each triangular flap that you made. There should be 4 in total, and they should all roughly be about the same size, as long as you folded it correctly. As you can see here, I kind of have a Chinese takeout box kind of looking thing, and I'm then going to place the card back into the envelope, and I'm then going to bring out my glue stick and fold in the left and right flaps together and glue towards the center. Once I have that in place, I'm going to do some more glue down the left and right sides, bottom sides of the triangle flaps, and fold up the bottom. So therefore we get a nice little pocket on the inside where you can place your card, like so. And when you're ready, you can fold down the top flap, glue it in place, and send it on its way. For the square flap, you're going to be placing your card at the very bottom and lining it up with the bottom edge of your paper and folding the rest of the paper down over top of it. You're going to refold back that up, and then place your card where that crease you made, and then fold down the rest on top of it. There should be more than I have because I'm using a square card, but you should have more than I do, depending on the type of card you have. You're then going to fold in the left and right sides, like so. Open it back up, take out your card, and you're going to be cutting out the top two rectangular sections at the top left and right corners. Once you have those cut, you're going to turn it around and refold back in the left and right flaps. You're then going to be gluing down the bottom halves of the top or bottom halves of those flaps, either side, it doesn't matter, just as long as you do one, and then folding the bottom over the top like so. So therefore we create a pocket on the inside. Now if you didn't quite cut it to size, it's going to be a little snug, but obviously with a more rectangular card, this is going to work a lot better, so I really recommend that you do that instead of what I did, which is with a square. But as you can see, it fits nice and perfect, and then you can fold the top flap over, glue it shut, and then send it on its merry way. For the envelopes, pocket envelope style, you're going to be placing your card in the middle and folding the left and right halves over top of it. Just like so. They should overlap. If they don't, I would reconsider getting a bigger size envelope paper or decreasing your card size. Once you've folded that back out, you're going to be folding the bottom half and the top half right over top of the paper, like so. Once you have that folded back out, you're going to be cutting out each of the four corners, like so, where you made your folds. And you should have 4. All roughly the same size. Then what you're going to do is you're going to round the edges of the left and right flaps, like I'm doing here. This is just going to give more of a finished edge to our envelope, but obviously you can leave them as is if you really want to. This is also going to give it a little bit of a manila folder kind of look to it, which is, I think, kind of interesting. You're then going to place it like so and glue down the left and right flaps along the center. Do not glue the entire flap like I did. That was a mistake because it only covers a very small portion of that. You're then going to lift up the bottom flap and glue it down to the paper as well. And this is going to create a pocket where you can slip your card into, like so. And then when you're ready, just fold down the bottom flap and send it on its way. I'm then going to show you how I decorated my envelope. You can obviously leave it as is, but if you want a bit of flair, you can add some stickers or some ribbon, whatever you like, to your envelope. If you really want to use this envelope to actually send in the mail, I can show you how to address your envelope. You're going to need a black pen, preferably black, and you're going to write the name of the person you're sending this letter or this envelope to at the very top on the very first line. It should go all the way across. And then you're going to place right underneath in the second line the street address of your person's home or apartment or whatever. It should be something like a number and then the street name, or the apartment number and the apartment building complex. You're then going to put the city or town, the state of that city or town, and the zip code in the third line underneath that. And this is all going in the middle of the envelope every time. In the top left-hand corner, you're going to put your name, first and last. Should go all the way across. You're going to put your street address, so where you live, right underneath your name, just like we did before. And then you're going to put your city or town and the state that you live in and your zip code right underneath where your street address should be. Then in the right hand corner, you're going to be placing a stamp. It can be a forever stamp, but it should be one that you are able to send mail with. And with that in mind, all you have to do is place in your letter. I'm just going to write a quick, brief hello. My pen is running out of ink too. You're then going to put your letter into your envelope, like so. Close the flap, preferably with glue, and send it on in the mail through your mailbox. And look at how easy that was. Now you can send letters to anybody you like. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's craft, and I really hope that you enjoyed making these envelopes with me, and I'll see you guys next week with a new craft video. Bye!